Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Wrestling Prime Elite. I am your host, Tom Dog, and yes, we are here. We are alive. We are in mourning because TikTok has officially signed off. So I guess we'll hear. I guess we'll wait until you know who becomes president. But so I don't know. It is what it is. I guess. Uh, So so yeah. Quick little breaking news and everything. So yeah, and um, so so yeah, let's do the plugs, and we'll get the show started. Uh, this episode is brought to you by W Energy. And what is W Energy? It's an energy supplement that has no sugar, no artificial colors, flavors, or dyes. That means you won't see that red um, gimmick that's going to be banned in a lot of stuff. So yeah, you won't see any red dyes. You won't see any other harmful chemicals that's banned everywhere else. And you won't be getting getting counted out or tapped out or anything like that. You'll be fully energized, raring to go, and you'll feel good. You'll feel really good about it. So not as good as that. That no, you'll feel a lot better than me burping. And here's something that's even better. No, it's not the cough. But if you go to w.gg right now, use that promo code BRILL that you see on the screen in big caps, and use that promo code at the checkout. Save 10% on your purchase. So yeah, you can get whatever you'll feel good, and you'll be saving some money with that 10% off discount. So yeah, be really good. And it's my gift from me to you. Also, while you're doing some online shopping, why don't you go to champsports.com and get your Brody Lee Reebok Classic Leather sneakers. They're still available exclusively online at champsports.com. And here's something better. 100% of the royalties the Huber family will donate to the High Mark Caring, continuing Mr. Brody Lee's legacy of kindness, compassion, and community. These are nice shoes. They really are. Lovely, lovely shoes. And you'll feel, you'll look, you'll look good. You'll look good in these shoes, and yeah, you will feel like $1,000,000. Just bear with me, folks. So yeah, we're gonna be having a lot of fun with this. Trying to get some results going on in here. Just one click. So I tried. I tried. Don't mind me. I'm just like out of it today. Had a busy day today, and I don't even know what's going on outside. Yeah, I can't even really tell. So yeah, yeah, we're supposed to be getting some snow, everything. So yeah. uh, yeah, yeah, but I think it's yeah, that's about as best as I can do. So so yeah, I wanted to make a quick little apology. Um, it wasn't my intention, but I had no choice. But last week I couldn't, as you know, I couldn't do any shows last week because of the fact that I ran into some technical issues. But after Thursday's episode of Channel X, it seems to be working to my advantage. So yeah, that I think is pretty good. And so yeah, I'm actually pretty glad about that. So yeah, I had no hiccups and everything. Had no hiccups. Camera didn't shut off on me. So it's only to my distinction that it was Google's fault, not StreamYard. So if I made it look like I was blaming StreamYard, no, I apologize. But and so yeah, I'm using Microsoft Edge right now, or yeah, I'm using Microsoft Edge, or I'm gonna change the name of it and call it um, Microsoft Copeland. You get the joke. But yeah, you know, I'm still trying to get used to the name. Um, Adam, he's referring to himself as the rated R super. You know, he's still using the rated R superstar, but also at the same time he's referring to himself as Cope. And what I've been doing is I've been coming up with some really cool games to see how many how many words that a random wrestler can rhyme with the word cope. So far, I've been doing pretty good, and Chris Jericho has right now has been winning. So yeah, I'm not turning it into a drinking game because if I did, I would succumb into alcohol poisoning, and I don't want to do that because I won't be able to do this show. And I just premiered the show at the beginning. about a couple weeks ago, at the beginning of the month. So yeah. So um, so yeah. But yeah, Chris Jericho is that 4 rhymes with the word with the word that rhyming coke. So yeah. So I will break that record. Maybe, maybe not, or maybe we'll just turn it into a battle of the. If I ever get Chris Jericho on the show, that'll be awesome. That would really be awesome. He comes on and he's like, "Hi guys." That'll be funny. But yeah, um, but yeah, I had a little bit of a technical issue, so yeah, everything seems to be working fine, and using Microsoft Edge. And actually, I'm calling it yeah, I'm going to be renaming it as Microsoft Copeland. So yeah, so yeah, this is what I'm doing, and so yeah, it's been working fine so far. Yeah, knocking on wood. Oh yeah, knock on more wood. I would knock the other wood, but that I would have to do on OnlyFans. But not like this is a family show. Sick freaks. So, um, so yeah, we had some pretty good. So yeah, some pretty good stuff happen. Um, it was actually pretty good. Good that I did. In a way, it was kind of good that I didn't do a show because nothing really major happened a couple weeks ago. Last week or so. Um, so yeah, didn't really have that that much to really to talk about. So that was in a way that was really good, you know. But but it's good that we're going to be talking about Maxim. We're going to be talking about Maximum Carnage because that seems to be getting the more attention. And yeah, I'm actually so yeah this and you get the stream. You can watch it on TBS or stream on Max. And so yeah, and I highly recommend that you stream on Max because it was really really awesome. It's really really awesome. Um, so Taz came back um, from his surgery and everything. So um, and Kenny Omega was fighting um, Brian Cage, and this is Kenny's first match in AEW after being after being um, after a stomach um, issue. He's had um, um, it was um, like a stomach issue. Um, I know what it is. I know what it is, but I it's a little hazy right now. Um, but I know for a fact that my mother had it. So yeah, and but yeah, it's not. Let's see. Actually, I could probably look it up. Let's see. Um, Diverticulitis. That's what it is. I apologize. I've been and yeah, it is a very it is a very serious thing. Diverticulitis. It's um not really good. It's not really good, and it's a stomach issue, and if you're not careful, you could actually die from it. But it is good that that he's back in the ring. Um, he had some warm up matches in Japan, so he seems to be in good shape and good spirits and everything like that. So yeah, um, I do recommend that he he does take it really easy because, like I said, diverticulitis is something that you cannot joke with. You really can't, and it is very bad. So yeah, but it's good that um, he's fighting. He got into the ring with Brian Cage this past week, and yeah, this was a really good match and everything, he put the finisher on him and pinned Cage for the win. So his first win back. Uh, and so yeah, he seems to be doing pretty good and everything. And then Kyle Fletcher and Lance Archer came down and started beating up on Kenny after the match, and definitely targeting Kenny's midsection. Osprey came out and cleared out cleared out the ring with clearing out the ring with Fletcher and Archer, and 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 then Takeshita came out and him and Omega traded. Takeshita and Omega started going at it, and then Fletcher grabbed Omega from behind with a snap half suplex, and Kyle Fletcher thumbed Will in the eyes, and Takeshita dropped Osprey, and excuse me, And so yeah, it looks like later somewhere down the road, we could probably see Osprey and Omega teaming up against the Callis family. And and then Chris Jericho came out with this New York Minute and said he's and he Jericho's team and the Death Riders are going to be. He was just mentioning that um, the Learning Tree and Death Riders are going to be teaming up against uh, Cope and FTR along with Powerhouse Hobbs and the Outrunners, and we'll be talking about that match later on. Ricochet came out to the ring, and they were booing Ricochet, shouting Swerve's house, and Ricochet showed off a picture of him bleeding Swerve Strickland with a pair of scissors, and pretty much getting that heat. And then Prince Nana came from behind and hit Ricochet with a steel chair. Then Swerve came out and swung a steel chain, and Ricochet retreated, and Swerve called him out, and but no classic heel move that Ricochet was doing. More of Ricochet turning heel, being heel. It's and more each time I see him in this heel persona. It's actually growing on me. So I still got to get used to it, but you know, I mean, hey, it's wrestling, right? Um, then the trios match came up. Um, Mark Briscoe and the the AEW tag team champions, Private Party, uh, went up against the Hurt Syndicate uh, for the first time. MVP uh, put on his wrestling gear and stepped into the ring. So yeah, this was a really good treat for everybody, and yeah, this was of course a pretty decent match. Um, and yeah, this was a fairly decent match and everything. Nothing to complain about and everything. And bunch of near falls, and Shelton won the claimed the victory with a suplex, and then landed a thrust kick and got the victory. And yeah, that was yeah, we could be looking at something could be looking at something interesting right there. So yeah, looking pretty good. So yeah, um, it was good that the Hurt Syndicate won. Makes them look good and everything like that. So yeah. Um, and then it was announced that on next week's Dynamite, Cope is going to be going up against the Bastard Pack. Jeff Jarrett then came out and had some words to say until MJF came out and yeah, it was pretty good. It was a really good segment. It was really good. And so yeah. Uh, then Christian Cage came out with Mother Wayne and went up against Hook, and yeah, back and forth on this one. And let's see. So yeah, it looks like Hook won. Yeah, um, yeah, Hook won. Hook won by disqualification, and uh, Nick and uh, Nick and Kip um, ran out, which is why the disqualification happened. And Christian was just about to put on the concerto. Then a familiar song came out, and the returning Samoa Joe came out and cleared house, and everybody went nuts, and so did I actually. So yeah, it was a nice reunion between Samoa Joe, Shibata, and Hook, and so yeah, well, I think we're going to be seeing something with those three and going against the patriarchy. So yeah, it's good to see Joe back and everything, and he looks in pretty good shape after getting put through that wall against Jericho. So yeah, looks pretty good. Um, then Renee was in the back interviewing Jeff Jarrett. Then Dustin Rhodes came out and yeah, called him the last outlaw, giving him this respect and everything. And ending it with outlaws never die. We are the last of our kind. So yeah, I mean, the Rhodes family and the Jarretts go way back. With Dustin and everything like that, and with Dusty Rhodes and everything. So yeah. Then there was a women's gauntlet match, and so yeah, Chris Statlander was number one, and Jamie Hayter was the second participant, and so yeah, this was pretty interesting to kick that off. Megan Bain was next to come out, and let's see, Willow Nightingale came out next, followed by Toni Storm. And yeah, this was a very good match. This was actually a pretty good match and everything, but it was too predictable. It was too predictable that Toni Storm was going to face Mariah May in Australia after winning the match, and yeah, this was. Oh yeah, I think Julia Hart came up. Yeah, Julia Hart came out. I missed that, so my apologies. And so yeah, she ended up. Julia was busy spraying mist, and Toni Storm rolled up Julia for the small package, and so yeah, it's official. It's going to be Toni Storm and Mariah May at in Australia. So yeah, that's going to be a good show. Then the main event: Jon Moxley versus Powerhouse Hobbs. It's for the championship, and um, and yeah, this was of course a brutal match and everything like that. A lot of outside interference, and and so while the referee was so the ending, the referee was distracted. Um, and Yuta capitalized with that by nailing Hobbs with a running knee strike, and Hobbs came back with a spine buster out of nowhere to Mox, and Shafir, Marina Shafir, she used the briefcase to and bashed Hobbs in the head with it. Moxley nailed Hobbs with the Paragym shift. Hobbs kicked out of that. Then Moxley locked in the Bulldog choke and won via ref stoppage. So won by submission. After the match, the Death Riders stormed Powerhouse Hobbs. Moxley whacked Hobbs with a steel chair across Hobbs' knee. Rated FTR came out to help out, and Death Riders quickly escaped. Yeah, very good show. Everybody was looking good. I would say the match of the night for that particular night would be um, the opening contest. Kenny looked really good, and yeah, he did a very good job, and pulled off a tremendous win. Everything. Um, okay. All right, so now we're gonna go do Maximum Carnage for Collision and Texas Deathmatch. Um, Adam Page taking on Christopher Daniels, and from what I understand, I do believe that from what I've been reading, it looks like that this is Christopher Daniels' last match. Let's see. Uh, but yeah, this was a really um, brutal match. Um, uh, Christopher Daniels got busted wide open with a steel chair. Um, then Hangman grabbed some barbed wire from underneath the ring, and so yeah, a lot of barbed wire moments. And so yeah, this was a brutal match from beginning to end, and Christopher Daniels was unable to answer the 10 count, and Page was declared the winner. And after the match, Page left the ring, and then he came back. Then went back into the ring and put the exclamation point, so to speak, and put him in the Angel's wings, and then he left. After all that mess, um, so, then Tony Schiavone was in the ring interviewing Tony Storm. Pretty much, from what Tony is doing, she's going back to her rookie persona, and yeah, this was um, she ever since she came back, she's been using her rookie persona, and So yeah, she has no idea that. Um, so she's they're doing it so that she is not doing, that she's never, that she was saying that she's looking forward to meeting Mariah May in Australia, and she said she hasn't had the chance to introduce her face to face, but she's thinking that it'll be a good time to do so in Jacksonville. Um, so yeah, it looks like she's going to be there. Looks like she might be doing going there on Wednesday, or it could be on Collision. We'll find out together. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. So we'll be keeping an eye out. The Hurt Syndicate was next, and they had some comments to say after their victory, Dynamite, and Private Party. Um, the Hurt Syndicate challenged Private Party to a tag team title match. Um, so yeah, that's going to be an interesting. That is going to be an interesting match. So I'm really looking forward to that. Up next, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong taking on Shane Taylor Promotions, the Infantry, um, and Lee Moriarty. So yeah. So yeah, that's going to be a really good match. And it was pretty decent for what it was. Nice 6-man tag, and the Undisputed Kingdom won that match. And after the match, Shane Taylor came out and took out the Undisputed Kingdom. That was a pretty good, decent match there. Then they showed a clip of Will Ospreay getting interviewed after Dynamite. Um, then the Murder Machines, Lance Archer and Brad Cates, took up against Top Flight, and the Murder Machines won that match. And then after the match, um, Lio Rush um, ambushed Top Flight from behind after Action Andretti's distraction, and Leo frog splashed Darius while Leo was forced to watch. Um, then next segment was Max Caster. He was out in the ring by himself, and of course he was getting booed and everything like that, and called out Anthony Bowens, his tag partner for the Acclaimed, and Caster was basically, you know, just pretty much to sum things up, Caster was basically was having a huge ego, and so yeah, it was a pretty good. It was an okay segment. Then then there's this. I didn't really catch much what it was saying because for some odd reason this was the opportunity for the buffering to hit. There were some buffering issues, so yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, but so yeah, this was then after their little argument there, Daddy Ass came out and Caster was playing the blame game on Billy, saying it's your fault. You don't care about us. You attacked yourself. You attach yourself to a couple of young wrestlers just so you can hear those people chant your name over and over and over again. And it's like, so yeah, it was pretty. So yeah. Plus, also Caster also referenced the fact that you don't keep not mentioning his time in WWE, but yeah. so so then Caster went to looked at Anthony and said, you got a choice. It's either him or me. And so he made his choice. And so yeah. And Bowens and Billy, they they scissored one more time, and so yeah, that was a good moment. Um, the AEW Continental Championship match. Champion Okada taking on Tomohiro Ishii. And back and forth match, decent enough, quick and to the point. And so yeah, finished off. Um, well, there's a see, I'm reading the notes in here, and there's a typographical error that whoever wrote this out um, because this is what it says. Okada kicked Ishii with a low blow, and then finished off. The ref pulled away, and the ref was distracted. Okada kicked Ishii with a low blow, and then finished off Okada with the Rainmaker Lariat for the pin. It should read low blow, then finished off Ishii with the Rainmaker Lariat. So, little hiccup there. Dustin Rhodes taking on Adam Priest. This was a very quick match, and Dustin won the match. Up next was Julia Hart and Harley Cameron. Another short but sweet match. Very good match, and Harley Cameron lost the match via submission, and it was later after that match. It was announced that that this coming Wednesday on Dynamite it's going to be Samoa Joe and Nick Wayne. Yeah, it's going to be a good match. Backstage, the Learning Tree, all three of them ganged up on Hobbs and attacked Powerhouse's knee. And it was time for the main event, the 12-man tag match. The Copen FTR, along with the Outrunners and Powerhouse Hobbs, going against the Death Riders and the Learning Tree. And Powerhouse Hobbs didn't come out because of the attack. Big Bill showed off the knee brace to Mox. Big Bill showed off the knee brace that Powerhouse Hobbs was wearing, and showed it to Moxley. And yeah, this was a battle. This was a really big battle, and so yeah, this was a pretty decent match and everything, and so yeah, Powerhouse came out after this after all the commotion was going on in there and everything, and Hobbs and Big Bill faced off and slugged it out a little bit, and Hobbs threw Big Bill out of the ring. Then Jericho blindsided Hobbs with a double axe handle. The Outrunners took out Jericho with the Total Recall. Then Keith tried to smash Hobbs with the Ring of Honor title, but Hobbs blocked it. Then Hobbs pinned Keith with a spine buster and pinned Keith to win the match. So yeah, this was a very good match and everything. And so yeah, looking for so yeah, there's going to be some pretty big matches coming up. And so yeah, this was a pretty good show. I will say the 12-man tag match was the match of the night, and yeah, that was a pretty decent match. And with that being said, it's time now for our new segment. We're debuting this segment. We were supposed to do it last week, but we all know what happened. Um, the Dynamite Wrestler of the Week. And this week I nominate Powerhouse Hobbs. So, yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs had a pretty good showing and everything. So, yeah, he's the one to look at. Had some pretty cool stuff going on it with him and everything. And so, yeah, he was the Dynamite Wrestler of the Week for the men. For the women, I would say Toni Storm. She looked pretty good and everything like that, and yeah, so yeah, really looking good there. So yeah, that's our Dynamite Wrestler of the Week. So yeah, we will do this again next week and determine who's gonna be our Dynamite Wrestler for the week. Yeah, I will be doing the same thing with the other show, but we'll talk about that. So um, any questions, comments? I know we got some people watching. Big shout out to you all that are watching. And so yeah, nothing pretty much else to say. I guess we can probably call it a night. And with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for bearing with me. It was so yeah, we had a rocky start, and so now that everything's on track now, we can go back to our original schedule, which is Thursday Channel X, Friday this show, and then Saturday, um, next Saturday will be the OG Wrestling Prime. So yeah, um, we're going to be getting things. So yeah, we got things back in order and everything. We're just actually doing good here on using Microsoft Copeland. So yeah. Hold on a sec. I gotta fix my glasses because I am not. Yeah. So yeah. Um. So yeah. I wanted to get all the episode 2 shows out of the way before I officially kick them off. But everything was so hectic with the thing. I just wanted to make sure everything was working good, and it is. So yeah, I'm glad for that. Um. But yeah, thank you. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow me on Blue Sky at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. And you get to hear that again if you missed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below. Who do you think had a pretty good week this week in AEW? Let us know in the comment section down below. And ring the bell to stay notified of what we're going to be doing next. And be sure to support small streamers like myself by doing the most important thing that you can do for us small streamers like ourselves. And all you have to do is scissor that subscribe button. We will see you here. I'm thinking I might change the scheduling of the show. We'll see how that turns out and everything. We'll try it. We'll experiment here, see how we like that. And so yeah, I'll be back here on Thursday with Wrestling Prime, and then I will make the official announcement that whether on Friday I'll do this show or the other show. So, I will post that up in the on Blue Sky. Yeah, check that out. Or on my YouTube, on my community page on YouTube. So yeah, I would have posted on TikTok, but it's gone. Bullshit. So, but nonetheless, we'll be back here on Thursday. Hope to see you then. And until then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe out there if you're be safe out there. If you're getting hit with any snowstorms and everything like that. But nonetheless, take care and we'll see you next time.